A major US and EU trade deal was signed on July 26, I mean just day before yesterday, reducing tariffs on most European goods into the US market from 30% to 15%, with the EU eliminating many US export tariffs in return, including commitments of up to 600 billion investment and significant equipment purchases. There are some other clauses that Europe have to comply. Sir, why one country has different policies for different countries, different regions, different areas?
Well, two things. One is US, I think, has reached a position where they have to tackle their deficit. They have $38 trillion deficit, and there's no way US economy can continue 5 to 10 years from now, because the interest that they are paying for that 38 trillion deficit will become more than their defense expenditure. So that's unworkable. Let's put it that. So I see merit in what Trump and Elon Musk that they were doing, trying to cut in one way, trying to cut the expenditure. And we have seen that they have discontinued their role in WHO, their
UNESCO,
and also USAID, literally. And you can see the number of people who lost job in the US State Department. And if he survives this midterm election, I think there will be also a drastic change in the World Bank and IMF also. If he gets that much mandate from American people, we have to wait. If he loses, the Democrats gets hold of the House of Rep and Senate, then that's a different story. But if Republican wins the way they came to power this time, IMF and World Bank will not be what it is. So my point here is there is a merit, because how do you stop this 38 trillion? Because they're just printing money. That's all.
They're in trouble. That's all they do.
They're just printing it, and nobody is looking into it. And I think the Republicans are looking into it, but you can't sustain this. So the point is, how do you rectify this? So one way is you cut your expenses at home, and the other is get the tariff wall up. Forget who is a friend and who is a, earlier all the tariffs were against Iran, North Korea and all those things, Russia, and so it doesn't make any sense. But these people are getting free lunch, free dinner, free everything, let's tax them. So I see merit in that. I don't think one should look negatively. Now point is how Bangladesh fits into it. Now I've been saying for quite some time that look, the United States is not giving tariff only to Bangladesh. It's going to be to everyone. So what we need to see is what is our product and who is our competitor. For example, ready-made garments. Who are we competing with? We are competing with
China.
Vietnam. Well, China is a big one, but we are competing more with Vietnam, with Turkey, a little bit of India. These are our competitors. So if we can manage in our negotiation to keep a margin where our product will be competitive to Vietnam, to Turkey, that's all that we need, because it's a capitalist world. So JCPenney or Walmart is not going to look into my face and come to me. They will see where the profit is. So if I can give the same product with a lower cost, that's all that is required. So I don't think we need to be so worried, because what I'm worried is that the United States would try, because if you get scared and if you get worried, the United States would say, okay, why don't you give me this, give me that, and Ishfaq Bhai was talking about, F-28, give me other thing. That is where I'm worried, because that I think would be very costly. So India, if you compete with other countries, look at how they are getting, what's the figure, and then work accordingly.
Just last comment from Imtiaz sir regarding this.
No, I want to go back a little bit on the question of this weapons and F-28, what Bangladesh should do. Recently we had two wars. One is Iran-Israel war, and other one is India-Pakistan war. I think Bangladesh should take lessons from there. And the lesson is quite simple. The lesson is that the way Iran, how Iran could do what it did, Nobody thought that Iran could do that. The reason nobody thought, because nobody looked into Iran's the changes that was taking place in Iran. Back in 2005, they came out with their future plan, and in that plan, they have committed or invested in education. As we speak, the number of women scientists, Iran now has the largest women scientists in the world per capita. Unthinkable.
I understand, sir.
That they have done it.
Yes,
so
sir.
what I am trying to say, the way Iran did it was to invest. They knew that the aircraft purchasing from outside is not going to give them security. So they invested in what? Missile technology and drone technology.
Right.
Okay. That made the difference. In fact, you have to have your own technology. You have to have your own weapon. You cannot secure yourself
Right, sir.
by
Depending
purchasing
on this.
whatever high tech. And I think Ishwar
Your-
said, he said it very lightly though.
Sir, your message is very
No,
loud.
I just one line. He said a little bit lightly that even if you buy with the years, they keep some of the things with them, the numbers and the codes. So same thing happened with the Indo-Pakistan war. The reason why people would say Pakistan did a little bit better because of the technology,
Right, sir.
but the Rafale could not do what it did. So I think going back to your question, yes, election as quickly as possible, but when it comes to defense and security, I think one should start looking into some of the
Yes, sir.
things that have happened in the world and take lessons from there.